Coming up, I make friends with a Fiat Coupe Turbo. Ooh, well, it's another F word. It's not Fiat that I'm thinking of. I share a little bit too much information. What we are going to do is I'm going to jump in Anti-Sylvia. I've just realised there are some instances where I cannot refer to this car as Anti-Sylvia. And can we finally stop being second in Seattle and clear the SS Trudeau? Where is it? No! Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Gran Turismo 3. It's episode number 7, and last time we finally got things moving a little bit, just thanks to an oil change and a suspension kit. 16,500 credits in the bank, and we got a few more wins under our belt, another prize car in the garage, so we've got 3 in there in total, and lots more options, but there is still one sticking point of a race that I really want to get past. Last time, putting in a suspension kit and doing some oil changes meant we suddenly had the performance to beat the FR Challenge. Again, none of these were straightforward. Like I say, I'm always trying to kind of give it a balance of performance vibe. I'm not trying to overpower the car, so we're walking every event. So it's fun for me, fun for you, and cost effective. And it was working nicely in the last episode. We had some really good races where it was still about us having to drive. We're certainly not just, whacking in power upgrades and just driving away in a straight line. It gave us the performance needed to complete the FR Challenge and won a Nissan Silvia K. I will try to not call it the Silver K. I think I got a comment from Keithy P saying I used to call it Anti-Sylvia. So we might call it Anti-Sylvia, just so I don't keep calling it the Silver K. And I thought it would be good enough to beat the 80 Sports Car Cup, but unfortunately, and very frustratingly, Seattle is the holdout. Before I upgraded the Trudeau again, I was getting silver in Seattle. I thought with the upgrade, I'll walk that, the rest will be the problem. I've gone and completed everything else, and I'm still stuck at bloody Seattle. There's another Sprinter Trudeau there, the SS version. It's not really, shouldn't really forget, it's called the SS version, it's quite a stark name. Anyway, we just can't seem to get within like a second of it. Just seems stuck. And I've had a few different suggestions. In the back of my mind was thinking, weight reduction. A nice all-rounder that might just get us there. Another suggestion, which I think was from Keithy P saying, not Keithy P, Sweetmeister lad, sorry, saying get clutch in it, because we mentioned that gear changes were a bit of an issue, they're a bit sluggish, that might be enough. And then I was another comment, I've got the comments up here from the last one, from Jose21 Crisis saying, I mentioned in the last episode I should check the traction control and the stability management settings. Never did it. He said you should turn them down or off. They're probably slowing you down. If not, maybe put some sports tyres on it, flywheel and clutch as an alternative, or maybe weight reduction. But it might be too much. You're within a second. So, a few different options. What I don't want to do is get stuck on this race for the entire episode. Here's what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to try is I'm going to look at the settings of the car, at the traction control, at the stability management, and we're going to give it a go. See if maybe that's enough. And then, if it's not, we're going to come back to this later with some form of upgrade and see if that does it. But I'm going to go do some other races first, so we're not just spending our whole time in Seattle. Now, one of the questions I asked was, I had turned the traction control down to 3, and I didn't know if that was a persistent change, if you had to save the setup and then reload it, but it's remembered that I changed it down to 3, so it's staying at 3. I'm going to knock it down to 1, so it's not going to disappear entirely, and see how that goes. And then stability management, this could be a really big change, and it might completely change it. I'm going to knock that all the way down. Let's knock it off. Let's rip the plaster off. This might be a disaster first attempt, but let's just experiment and see how it behaves. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Imagine if this is enough now. Imagine we're going to be a bit more sluggish off the line with the lower traction control. It's not that bad, actually. Green ASM is not lit up. Stability management off. Okay. Okay, so not too bad so far. Doesn't feel too different. When I start to throw it around a bit more, it might. It's just not... Oh, overcook it, which I have done there. Okay, we're not too bad for now. Although this is taking very much the same format of all our other attempts at Seattle. We seem to have the run. We might get a chance up this right-hand hairpin. They always seem to go a bit deep. Oh, I've gone a bit deep. Oh dear. And I'm getting leaned in on. Crap. Ooh, whoa. Okay, there's a little taste of the ASM being off. And the reduced traction control. Oh, whoa! Was it flashing no gear then? Did I accidentally... Oh dear, okay. This is a very messy opener. I got a comment from Aubrey saying we should call the episode Second in Seattle rather than Sleeps in Seattle. Right now, I'm not even going to get that. It's not ideal. Let's get the inside of this hairpin though. We should be able to get the power down a little bit better though. That was one of the places actually that we really struggled putting the power down. And I think you noticed the traction control slowing us down. Oh, running with the skyline. It's only 1.3 to the SS Truno. Down a gear. Skyline hits it, careens into us. We just have to ride it out. This isn't bad. But again, it's the similar sort of gap. We need a tidy, tidy lap to put ourselves in with the chance. Oh, and I've taken that too shallow. The car does feel a bit quick. I don't know if it's in my head, but the car does feel a bit quicker. Even, you know, not at low gears. It feels like this. I'm getting a bit more power because of the lower traction control setting. Oh, although I am just a little bit shaky. I feel like I'm overcompensating because I know that the stability manager's off. And I maybe don't feel quite as confident to throw the car around. But that was quite tidy. This is good. That was very good. We were about as close to the SS version as we usually are. At this point, here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, how much the traction control, or lack thereof, helped us then, because it powered us away. Oh, that's the closest we've been. 0.3 of a second to the SS. I should stop calling it the SS version. It doesn't sound right. Anyway. Oh, okay. That's made me think I don't need an upgrade in the car, because I was quite tentative with it, trying to feel out how the car felt without stability manager on and with that level of traction control. I reckon I could win it like that. So do I go in and just go for it straight away and try and get this monkey off my back? You know, I've had a warm-up go while it's fresh in my mind. I promise you now, no matter what happens, we are going to go on to some other tournaments and some other tracks. If I don't do it now, we'll revisit it at the end as almost like as the big finale. there's only so many episodes this particular race can be the big finale. And I've got the option to qualify as well. That's always sat there, but I don't know if you guys have, I don't think I've ever qualified in a Gran Turismo game. Like, in the career mode. Like, obviously GT Sport you did online, but I don't think I've ever done that. I don't even know what the format is. Did you guys ever qualify? Because I almost feel like it's kind of cheating. It's like, oh, just start. You start at the back, see what you get. I'd love to know if you guys qualified. I don't think I ever did. And I'm probably not going to start now. Well, I say that. Just get to another race where I'm stuck, and I probably will. Okay, solid start again. We've got enough just to weave our way into fourth. And let's see if we can have a slightly more efficient first lap than last time, and it might get us close enough. That's better. Much better. That was the tidiest I think I might have done that. I'm a bit wide on exit, but I can... Oh, I thought I'd just judged that perfectly. Tag the wall. The important thing is not to get ridden on the outside of this corner by someone else not braking. That was lovely, nice and tidy there. Oh, that was very nice and tidy. RX-7 now, going to look to go up the inside. I've drifted a bit though. Again, the RX-7 doing its usual thing of running out wide, but we are at least past everyone else. Sights locked now on this Truno. A little bit deep into that one. We get a much better drive out of that hairpin than we did before. The gap across the line is 0.8 of a second. It's a bit messy, but it's okay. Oh, that, what on earth? What on earth have I just done? Why did I take such a shallow angle into that? Incredibly, I get back past the RX-7 pretty quickly. I seem to have gotten away with that one big time. I'm going to go defensive so the RX-7 doesn't smash into us in the corner and knock us out wide. The RX-7 is quite tidy behind us. This is what I mean about it almost feeling like there's a force field around this Truno, because I feel like even if I'm super tidy, the gap almost seems about the same, but that's a really tidy run through that corner. Suspension! No! Where is it? Where is it? No! It... No! No! That's the most annoying one, because the only reason I've not won that is entirely me. If I'd not come up, taken that stupid angle that lost me a place on the final lap, and then I know full well up the inside of that hairpin I could have bashed out the way. But then I spun up the rears, so I lost a bit of time. I know I could have swung across to block, but there is something in me that didn't want to win it that way, so I just thought, right, let's drag race it to the line. Okay. There's no reason why I shouldn't be finishing this off without any upgrades, and I'm not going to shove any upgrades in that car. God damn it. So, we will return to it. So we have some options. We've got Spider and Roadster, and we have the Turbo Cup. Turbo with the Anti-Sylvia. And then we've got the Mazda for this one. Now, the Mazda has had a few upgrades in. Although, oh, hang on, rules apply. Let's just double check. Oh, it's because obviously I'm in the Truno. Yep, there we go. So there's our Mazda. I might not be up to scratch for this, but let's just jump in the Mazda and see how it handles. Might already be more than good enough. Go. The Truno is now the most driven car. Let's get some miles back on the Mazda, so we will change into it. I don't think I've ever done an oil change on this car, so let's just quickly do that, see what the sitch is. It's dark green, so this will come back a nice bright green. Excellent. Some variety of circuits. And we start at Deep Forest Raceway. I'm still really irritated about that last one at Seattle. And I'm not doing it so we can have a nice big finale. I don't care if we just have like a very meandering episode where we go off, we complete that early and go off and do different things. Because I'd rather get that out of the way. I feel like I've spent way too long just on Seattle. And that last one was a bomb. That was an abomination. Now, with this in mind, let's go to here. Oh, 0-0. I must have done that for the Mazda at some point. Or it doesn't. Okay, fine. Here we go. I have to go back and watch the previous episodes because I actually don't remember if I manually turned that off or if that's just the default. But here we go. Deep Forest Raceway. Let's see what our pace is like. There's another Mazda on the grid. We've got an MR2, which was one of our main rivals, and the MR2's lower down the field. So are we about to really struggle? Let's see. Doing alright so far. We've managed to get ourselves up to third. As ever, it is important to keep it tidy through these twisty sections. We've got the SLK compressor, which I mistakenly called the CLK compressor last time out while quoting Tiny Temper. So that sentence is wrong on multiple levels. So. But we're doing alright. VX220 leading at the minute. But this is looking pretty good. I think we might have a car that is more than competent to do this. I think we were very blessed last time. We had quite a few banger races. That close race to the line, and you know, every race, even though we ended up winning a couple more comfortably than others, I don't think it was ever we drove off after lap one. This is looking like one of the more comfortable ones, but I suppose they can't all be bangers. But this, if I can sweep through the Spider and Roadster Cup, hopefully that means it gives us another car, it gives us another option. And besides, we don't want to be fighting it and duking it out with everyone in the beginner leagues forever. We obviously want to progress and get to the real juicy stuff. Okay, it's okay, nice and tidy. 3 seconds up. I mean, we struggled more with the Mazda trying to complete this very track in the Clubman Cup. What has changed? This seems almost counterintuitive, that it's easier to beat one of the further along competitions in the same car than it is one of the first competitions you do. Maybe I did do those early competitions with traction control and stability manager on, and that's how much it was holding me back. I do think filming these episodes closer together though means I'm actually now remembering how you're supposed to drive this game, and it clips that curb quite aggressively. So maybe it's that, maybe I'm actually just starting to get up and running a bit more, but that was a lovely stroll in the forest. 3.5 seconds clear of the VX220. MR2 is nowhere, the other Mazda is nowhere. Will it cross the line? It will. 13 seconds. This is good though, we're getting money in the bank. And the thing is as well, we're not just going to rely on prize cars to where we go next. Obviously we start getting money in the bank, we can start thinking about making a nice sparkly new purchase. So we're off to the test course, which doesn't sound like the most banging location for a race, but let's... So is this... If I remember rightly, this is probably going to be on pure out-and-out pace. So, this is one where we might struggle. Unless, again, we've upgraded the Mazda enough. Slowly off we go. Seems like we started very spread out as well as the other version of the Mazda tucks in. And the compressor I thought would probably be the quickest here, but we are reeling them in over 200 kilometers an hour. Just gonna move to the inside. And I guess the big question is our top speed going to be good enough? Because obviously our acceleration is fine, but are we going to have a situation where we're going to top out and the compressor's going to come firing back at us? I feel like the compressor is coming back at us. Okay, this is where it's going to be a pain. So I'm just going to stay on the line. I'm going to make the compressor obviously go round me. So let's come under the bridge. When the compressor moves out, we've got the VX220 there as well. So I'm hoping there's a little bit of slipstream that could help us, so maybe if the... And there we go, we are hitting our top speed, 230 kilometers an hour. We're still first at the minute, but I feel like the Mercedes is right with us, and we are now down to second. The X220 is coming through as well. So we're not quite at the top, but we're obviously in the red. It's a good job our radiator can't explode. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. We've got 2 cars literally up the inside of us. I don't think I can look. Oh, we're back up to first. Running the high line. We're getting a little bit NASCAR here with... Okay. So I'm not going to be, like, horrific. As demonstrated back in Seattle, I'm going to be fair. I'm not just going to suddenly weave and block. I might make one move to block as you're typically allowed to do. I think we might do this because we're going to come straight off the final turn and the start-finish line is there. If the start-finish line was maybe a little bit further on down, I might be concerned they'd reel us back in again. And the Mercedes is coming back. Coming back very quickly this time. Coming a little bit late there, so the Mercedes now up the inside. But then I think they're going to just completely blow past us, and then doesn't. Oh no, there it is. Oh, hello. Slightly aggressive chop across there. The VX220's flying now as well, and the VX220 hits us. Go very high. Fine. It's getting a little bit bargy. Slightly closer and more eventful than I thought. This race was going to be insanely dull, but I'm going to have to concentrate because I might still lose this. But we seem to again come out the corner and have a little bit of a better run off the corner. I don't understand how. Maybe it's because the Mercedes and the Vauxhall are busy scuffling with each other. The way that the rev indicator light is flashing, this car would have blown up like half a minute ago, maybe more. It's a little bit aggressive, don't want to scrub off speed, and they're not coming back at us, so I'm going to stick to the inside. Are they coming back now though? Just trying to look if that little dark blob in the mirror is suddenly getting bigger. I can't tell. I don't feel like it is. I think we're going to be okay. To be honest, I really hope we're going to be okay, because can I be arsed doing this one again? No. Oh, but hang on. I think they are getting closer. Oh, don't. VX220's coming. I'm going to make one blocking move to stop the VX220, and it's going to be this. It's come to the inside! No! 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 Please! I mean, thank Christ. I was a little bit weavy at the end, but there was plenty of room for the VX220 to also move. So if they didn't hold their nerve and just drive around me, that's their problem. I'm actually very relieved we've done that for, like, one and done. Imagine that would be fun with, like, slightly quicker cars. With this speed of car, that is a very much a slow burn art house movie of a race. Okay, let's see if we can actually blow through this all gold. I don't know if I've actually done that. I think the only time I have was the Sunday Cup, the very opening championship. Let's see if we can do it. There's 3 Mazdas on the grid. There's the Brackets J and the 1.8i. We've got a Silvia Varietta, and of course the SLK and VX220, the 2 main rivals. And we've been to Grand Valley Speedway before. This time we are going in reverse. Well, the car's going to be... The car's not in... The track's in... You know what I mean? The car's not that overpowered, and I'm not that good a driver for me to actually do it in reverse. Weaving towards these two big hairpins. We're going to hopefully clear the MX-5. Oh, MX-5. Very keen to let me know that he's not happy about me getting past. I was expecting to require maybe an upgrade or a bit more of a fight to beat the Spider and Roadster Cup, but at the minute, assuming I don't have any Seattle-like moments, this could be a one-and-done situation. Take a little bit of the grass there. They go a little bit wide. Switch back by the SLK. A little lens flare of the sunset over the mountain. I think I said this back when I did GT Sport on the channel, but I think it's true of pretty much all Gran Turismo games. Their track design's just incredible. Not just from aesthetics, but also like the layout and a driving challenge point of view. They just come up with such good ideas for tracks. I think, ooh, sorry, SLK, you carry on. Yeah, I think in terms of fictitious circuits, I think they are the best. I like some of the fictitious circuits that are in Forza as well. I believe they've got they've got fictitious ones. They don't race around Vienna. But there's some good ones in Forza, but I do think Gran Turismo do have the better ones. Oh, dear me. Okay. I should probably stop reminiscing and analysing the games, because I've made some very half-hearted, ill-advised moves on this compressor and was still third, so head down. Let's see if we can actually get the job done in this second lap in the slipstream. We're going to be close enough to look up the inside. I don't think we are. Heavy on the brakes, and then out we go. That was a lovely tidy move. Get a good exit over the bridge and maybe sort of try and make the move that I failed at with the SLK on the last lap. The VX220 has slightly pulled away on this one. I hope we're not going to end up with a Seattle situation here, where this is the only one we can't seem to do. Oh. It's a good bit of wheel-to-wheel racing through that section. Ooh! VX220 though, slamming on. We are starting to run out of time now. We're too far back for the hairpin. The final hairpin might be an opportunity. Come on. Again, I mean, we seem to walk it in Deep Forest Raceway, but as you can see, we're not exactly head and shoulders above in terms of power. Definitely need to try and make the move into the final hairpin. Both outdoing each other in the braking zone. I've not gone down to second, I've not got the best run out the corner. I'm hoping we're going to have enough though. Down the hill we get a little bit of a help. Up to fourth. The VX220's coming back. It's not going to be enough. Spider and Roadster. One and done. I am a competent gamer. Click that. That's it. You can show this competition in isolation. Don't show anything else on the channel, and this will be... Okay, good. We now have over 25k in the bank, and a very good win indeed. Okay, what's it going to be? Are you fuck... Isn't this the second time I've won a Mazda? Are you serious? Oh, for the love of Christ. If I'd known I was going to win so many Mazdas, I wouldn't have started by buying a Mazda. Sorry, there might be swearing in these now. For God's sake. What type of Mazda is it? It's the 1.8i version. Also FR, also naturally aspirated, but it has 160 bhp, so I could carry on with this version. What's it worth? 5,800. What's my upgraded brackets J? Still... Now, as part of me obviously wants to be very shrewd, a businessman with my cars in this game, I'm going to grow attached to some of these cars, and part of me doesn't want to get rid of that MX-5J because it's my first one, and I feel like me and the Truno have been through some stuff. So I feel like those two have kind of almost earned immunity from being sold. Right, I'm not going to sell the MX-5 1.8A yet, because there might be a use for it. But if it becomes apparent there isn't a use for it, and I could do with 5,000 credits, I'm going to sell it. But what we are going to do is I'm going to jump in Anti-Sylvia. I've just realised there are some instances where I cannot refer to this car as Anti-Sylvia, because me saying I'm going to jump in Anti-Sylvia doesn't sound... Let's go take Anti-Sylvia for a spin. Let's go for a ride in Anti-Sylvia. You see, you can't... None of those things are appropriate. So, this could be completely out of our depth for this one. No cars are excluded is literally turbo only. So, it could be all sorts here. Oh, good. Oh, great. Oh, lovely. Glad the test course is back. Let's start a midfield raceway and see what it's like. Again, this could be a mismatch in our favour or against us. Let's see what the deal is. So there's a Skyline, there's another Sylvia, but that's the 2000cc version, 200SX, Coupe Turbo Plus, and a TT Quattro. Let's immediately go have a look. Let's get into the habit now, shall we, team? I don't want to get any experience of driving these cars with those things on, because then I don't have to adapt to my driving when I turn them off. Let's just turn them off and get to it. Show us what you got, Anti-Sylvia. It's an awful colour, let's be honest, but I didn't buy it. It was a price car. Whoa! Revved up very quickly there. Then second gear is incredibly long. But as hoped and expected, we are past the TT. Carried a bit too much speed in there. Oh, we squirmed under braking. The TT's coming back at us. If you want to come back at us, you're coming around the long way. Sunshine. Oh dear. I think we got bumped a little bit then. And span up the wheels. Okay, Anti-Sylvia. It's the most powerful car we've technically got by 1 bhp. Or was the other Mazda? Either way, it's the most powerful car we've driven so far. struggling. This is not quite working. In terms of power, we're not sluggish, but we're not reeling them in either. Handling wise, I mean, obviously there's no upgrades in it, so it is a little bit rolly. Oh dear. And I did not make some good gear change choices there. Okay. Got a long run now. Can we start to reel them in on the straight? 4 seconds to the leader. I think that looks like the other Sylvia as well. Again, I've gone too deep into this one. Glad I didn't take over the TT. This is messy and pretty bad. Oh, handling is awful. Doesn't feel particularly agile. Feels quite heavy. And it is rolling. I never really kept track of what sort of upgrades I put in the car when I used to play this game. But I feel like there might be a pattern emerging where I'm going to end up starting to put a lot of the same ones in. Because I feel like I want a weight reduction, suspension immediately. Because it's not powerful. We can definitely improve the power to weight ratio a bit, and just coming out the exit of that hairpin, it was just very understeery. Take a slightly better line, hopefully try and not finish last up the inside of the TT. Stay in third gear this time, much tidier. Okay, so definitely some handling improvements there, because power's not incredible, but it's also not the worst. We're not like completely falling back from everyone. 2000cc Sylvia wins. We are 3 seconds back. So, I am thinking, one upgrade at a time. I'm not going to whack a load in, because that might swing us too far the other way. First things first, hang on. Oh no. Part of me was hoping that there was a paint shop, because that green is just grim. As you can see, I'm worried about the important things. What is the oil like? Oil's fine. It's literally only the first time I've driven the damn thing. Right. Okay, we're with Nismo. So do I go suspension or weight reduction? Part of me... So it's 1,000 for stage 1 weight reduction. And it's 3,000 for suspension kit, so that kind of decides that. So... I realised that we could go back and then only be like half a second quicker, and it'll be slower increments, but I'd rather do that and slowly work up to it than whack 3 things in and then, you know, we win by 10 seconds because it's no longer a contest. I appreciate that also means my win percentage is not going to be the most favourable, because really there's an easy way to get a high win percentage on this game, and it's just upgrade whenever you can, and you will more than often than not have a car that's better than everyone else. I'm not particularly bothered about having the most incredible... I want a good win ratio, but it's going to hopefully be more borne out of the driving rather than having deeper pockets. TT not the first car we're coming up to this time. Immediately that feels a little bit more nippy. We've got a good run there, but we're being leaned on. does feel better. This is good. So, again, that improved power to weight ratio, really helpful. We've got the Fiat next. Move's not fully done by the looks of it, but we're gonna... Damn, struggled with that one, that was poor. Just didn't take that corner very well, I think was the issue there. But we might have a chance to come back if I can get a good run through this left white. Those two corners. Left-right sweeper combo. Through. Again, the understeer is pretty hefty. This isn't too bad though. We get to like 4th gear and all of a sudden we're not too sluggish. To the point where we're even as good in a straight line as the Skyline and the leading Sylvia. We still have a chance to win this one. Skyline next. I'll tell you what, if it's just a case of shoving a grand in for weight reduction, this could be a very, very frugal little update, but we're not there yet. I was awful at this corner last time round. There we go. It was way too tentative, carried a much more speed through. And we could have a shot. It's anti versus anti. Through the sweeper. Cut back across. And we're on the inside. Oh, naughty. Handbags at dawn. Keep it tight. Run the car out, but we've gone a bit slow. Oh no! I think we've got enough. Do we have enough? I think we're pulling away. Oh, that was a beauty. So, we spent a grand, and we've just made, basically now up by 4. It's the right decision. And again, just tipping the car into the levels of competitiveness where if I don't drive that well, I'm not winning it. Okay. My soul is prepared. I think it seems like in a straight line we're not too bad. So this might go the same way as, you know, the last test race we did with the Mazda. All depends on, you know, what the car tops out at in terms of top speed. It's going to be a little bit of a slow burner of a start. It's going to take a little while for things to reveal themselves as to what the pace is like. We're already 4.5 seconds down. It's because everyone started pretty spread out, and getting up to speed is taking a while. But to be fair, it looks like there's one car just already off in the distance. Around the Skyline, around the Fiat. Oh, the Fiat was going to make a move, and we are through. And this looks like it could be a 2-horse race this time around. Oh no, there's no more gears. I tried to change up. We are in 5th gear. We're up to top speed a lot quicker than we were in the Mazda. there's no way in real life this race would exist, because this car would be screaming at me now. The thing would be on fire by the time I've reached the end of this corner. Now we have a car coming back at us. Is that the other... Sylvia? We're struggling to get even up to the leader. So this might be difficult. Oh, and everyone's coming back at us now. Well, if you're going to bump draft me, I'm not going to stop you. Oh! Oh, did it just get a dip in power then? It was a random dip in power. Is that because I was on like the rev limiter for too long? Because it seemed to just drop. Like almost 7 or 8 kph. So we're in a fight for second at the minute. We can't seem to lay a glove on the leader. I might just have to sit. Sit in the slipstream, but someone on our inside. Someone on the outside. This is why we need spotters. Again, we get a little power dip because that's the game's way of telling us we are at the max. And I don't think, unless you buy an upgrade, there's anything you can do about changing the ratio. Oh god, it's dipped again to 2224. I think it might be more effective for me to literally every few seconds take my foot off the accelerator, so we drop to like, oh, see, it's gone again. So we only drop to like 230 rather than going all the way down to 4. This is not going. Ugh. And this is the thing, with a race like this, there's not much else you can do apart from shove power in it, or I buy the upgrade that allows me to change the gear ratios and maybe gear it more for top speed to give myself a chance. Now, do I know off the top of my head what upgrade I need to buy to do that? No, because when I was younger and I played this game, did I give one about gear ratio? No. What does that mean, make it quicker? No, we'll make it quicker. A turbo, buy. That's what I did. Well, why would I do that? So, obviously we're playing this with a slightly different perspective. But dear me, we are gonna... It's not even going to be close. I think we're 5th. There's definitely power to be had in it because, you know, we accelerated past everyone so quickly. So we could there's definitely some power to play with. Perhaps mount some form of challenge. See, you stay at like 234 for too long and the power drops. We might just come back at the skyline for 4th. There we go. So we will take 4th at the test course, and sadly we're going to have to do that again. GT having a very comfortable day. Okay, I'm I'm not going to go and upgrade the car yet, because there's another track. Let's see how we fare. Special stage, Route 11. I think this is our first time on Route 11 in the game. Lots of twisty bits in this one. This is one of those where, off the top of my head, I don't really remember very much of it. But I'm sure I'll remember as we go. And to be fair, this sweep into turn 1 is already ringing some bells. Very slow off the line. This is going to be a tough one, considering I don't really remember this as well. Keep looking up at the track map. I'm having too much joy at the minute, dear me. Oh, understeer, hello. Ooh, nearly span it out there. Oh, I remember this. The Ferris wheel in the trees. Again, the track design is just awesome. And what I love about it is it's conceivable. It looks really cool, but it doesn't look completely, like, fantastical to the point where you'd never see something like this. And we just find a lovely balance. Unlike yours truly. You are struggling big time. Well, we've not had for 12 seconds. Ouch. Ooh, God. Being this far back almost makes me feel okay about wanting to put some power in it, but at the same time, the issue here isn't power. The car is not agile. Like, whacking a load of power in is only useful for like 3 parts of the track at best. It's not going to compensate for the rest. I do admit part of this is obviously the fact that I've forgotten a lot of this track. And when it is as twisty as this one, that's not ideal. But already I can remember a little bit more. We can attack the circuit a little bit more. Dear, poor line into there. Squirm out wide. But we can see some cars again, so that's positive. Talk about a contrast in races. So, what am I going to do now? Because it's not just I need to change the gear ratios. There's definitely some handling to be had. I definitely feel like suspension is one. So again, turbo kicks in and we get a little bit squirmy on exit. we are going to be comfortably dead last. Dear me. Well, I feel like we're closer to the slower cars. The leader, though, has opened out the gap massively. We will cross the line. I mean, to be fair, you've got to do a pretty incredible job not to cross the line in this game, but, ouch. So, win, 4th, 6th. It got progressively worse very quickly. Got a cool little clip-on medal, though. That's good. Right. Cue me cutting out me considering what upgrades to get. I feel like suspension's the one. We need to do something about the handling. So the main one is going to be suspension kit. I mean, we could even splash out on a semi-racing, but I feel like the sports kit was good enough for the Truno, so it might be good enough here. Again, we're not want to, you know, spend loads of dollar up front, and then. So obviously there's lots of options for engine. The one I'm looking for, racing chip, alters the engine management system to increase power. Oh no, so that's just the power upgrade. For turbocharged vehicles, a complete tune-up suitable for Guinness can be achieved by installing the sports ROM. Will it be in drivetrain? Limited slip diff, I'm guessing that is. Transmission, is this going to... Okay, so it's going to be obviously transmission. So that's even the final gear. What's semi-racing? Gear ratios even close to each other. Freaking gear changing under the broad torque range. I feel like if I'm going to do it, I need them to be fully adjustable, right? I think it's transmission. I think that's the thing I want. But the price is putting me off slightly. Okay. I might... Again, in the spirit of making small changes before kind of really going for it, is it's only an extra 5 bhp. We're going to shove a racing chip in it. Not much money spent. And let's see how we go. Where are we going to feel the most from that? It's only 5 brake horsepower. I feel like test course might not be the one yet. Let's see if we have in any way shut the stupendous gap that was in special stage Route 11. But obviously if I buy one of the cheaper kits and then find, oh actually this doesn't give me enough control to be able to change the gear ratios, I might struggle. Let's see how we go though. So we head towards turn 1 and already it's only 5 brake horsepower, but we are with them for now. So they carry too much speed through and they're in the wall. I'm not going to do that. That was lovely. That was a beautiful move, but the Fiat's going to come back at us. Come on, come on. Oh, so slow, just accelerating out the corners. fair, the Fiat is understeering as well, but we hold it together. Ooh, well. It's another F word that's not Fiat that I'm thinking of. Tried to put the car on the line. It's not good enough. I'd left an atom's worth of space, and the Fiat decided, yep, that's room. Let's not lose the back of them again. I mean, the leader, we are nowhere near the leader. Definitely work to be done there. Gone too deep into that one. Oh, God. I forgot that was a double left-hander. So at the minute, there's still an outside shot at top 3. Second and first are gone. At the very least, I want this bloody Fiat. I feel like now, it doesn't feel like we're reeling the Fiat in much at all. Gap holding at about 11 seconds to the leader. There's an urge to just absolutely dive bomb it then. Such an urge. Let's stay with them. We are struggling. Oh. Left-hander. Oh, this game has a wonderful way of making you feel incredible and then immediately humbling you. I think we do need to do something a bit more with the car. The gap is 11 seconds, and I think 5 brake horsepower is not going to be enough on the test circuit. So we have some work to do, and what a contrast from winning the first round. The gap is down from 16 seconds to just under 13, so those changes have given us about 3 seconds, and that's also including the fact that I probably, you know, I've driven the track a bit more, I'm a bit more familiar with it, so I think I drove a bit better. So all those things have amounted to 3 seconds. We still have to find 13 with this car around this circuit. You know what? Maybe I won't have to do it with this. Maybe Anti-Sylvia doesn't need to find 13 seconds. Maybe I'll win another turbo car with the Japanese Sports Car Cup. So, I know I could try it in the Sylvia, but there's a vendetta. There's a goal. This Truno, very simply, has to do it. Here we go. This is it. I really don't want to have to be thinking about this race in the next episode. We have 3 GT Apexes. So I'm guessing, because it doesn't... Does it say whether it's the SS version there or not? I can't remember. We'll find out. Let's go. So there might be a little bit of adjustment going from Anti-Sylvia back into the Sprinter. It's a much more... The ratios in this car seem much more regularly spaced out. Got a Sylvia up ahead of us, and we are going to go heavy on the braking into this one. Don't quite get the job done. A little bit touring car-y there. Let's... Very messy. I really need to clear this Sylvia. We are wasting a lot of time. The important thing is to be second to that Truno as we cross the line, hopefully within a second. Skyline and I think an RX-7 fighting. Oh no. Get out of the way, man. Beautiful, that's it. Not a perfect first lap by any means, but we've done what we need to. I'm actually nervous. I can't. Okay. Need a tidy lap now. Gap across the line. 0.6 of a second. Oh no. That was not the best, but I've saved it at least. That was a very tidy section. Please. God, back end stepping out. It's like copy and paste deja vu. It's the same every time. How? Come on. Okay. So I think we're about at the 1 hour 15 mark, roughly. I gotta give it one more, and I think I'm gonna have to put something in it, and it might be the cheapest thing I can think of, just to tip it over, not to spend loads of money on it, just to have enough to get us over the line. Suggestions were weight reduction level 2, clutch, tyres might be too much, 5k for either simulation or sports, was that? $5k for lightweight stage 2, I feel like. Do I get like a twin clutch situation? I'm gonna go for a twin clutch. And this is it. This is it. Last one, I swear, I've still got this bloody event here. In episode 8. Okay. Oh. You know what's not there? The SS version is not there. There might be some people like screaming at me for this. Like, this is your chance. I've not fought all this time against that SS version to only win when we're not there. When they're not there. Not doing it. I'm beating. There it is. See, it's scared. It's running away. Doesn't want to deal with the cars. No, the settings. Oh, you know what? Actually, considering that we've been no traction control and everything else. Here we go. The final race of today. It's Seattle. It's Truno versus Truno. Is this going to be it? We don't lose too much from spinning up the rears there. We are going to be behind the MX-5 though. We tag the wall. No need to panic though, let's be honest. Oh, an MX-5. Defending late and aggressively. Ooh. Spinning up the wheels on exit there. That's it, a little tide you into there. Don't need to carry too much power into that. Got a little bit off put by the sudden RX-7 looking very large in the rear view. Here we go again. So the gap going to be? It's about 6/10 maybe? 7/10, right. was a very good line through there this time. Wasn't the tidiest through there, that was not great. I got that perfect on lap 1. Thing is, it wasn't untidy. It's just that close. Oh. No. I can't believe this. It's like the game heard me go, oh, I'm not doing another license test for a while. Can't be bothered getting into that vicious cycle of last go, can't do it, oh, one more go. And it's just taken the license test and poured it into Seattle. Okay. This might be the longest long play I've ever done at this point. Again, there's going to be people there going, should have done it without the SS. No, I need to beat the SS. Imagine if everyone in World War II had said, oh, we're not, we'll wait for the SS to not be there. That wouldn't have worked, would it? Got to take them head on. Alright. Do apologise. Part of me thinks putting the ROM chip in for another 5 bhp just might get us over the edge. I think it's... This is it though. I refuse, after this point, to spend any more money on this car to beat this. We've got to beat it with this car, or we will. Okay. I do mean it this time. This is the last one. This is where our attempt ends for today. It's there, as it should be. If I don't beat it, I might suddenly change my stance on, qualifying Gran Turismo games. Side by side with the Sylvia. Robust knock out the way from the Sylvia, so in a minute that Sylvia's going to have one back. To the inside. Oh. Okay, we go past the Sylvia. It's not given as, like, it has to be said visibly, it is a bit quicker, but it's certainly not doesn't mean we're flying through. Oh, Sylvia is... I have annoyed Auntie Sylvia because I probably made some rude jokes about her. Because there's beef starting. Tidy run to the outside of the skyline. To the inside of the RX-7. Oh, we're in a sandwich there. Skyline just decided, you know what, I'm going to lean on you, and it's all getting a little bit naughty. I'm going to lean on the Skyline now, have that. Time to see how much that 7 brake horsepower makes a difference. Out the final corner. We're still not quicker. Oh, but in the higher gears, we might just hang on to them a little bit better. Okay, 3/10, we have a foothold. Both tag the wall on exit, that's fine. Seems to get the power down a lot better. Maybe I should go down to second. Just need that extra little bit of power to maybe get us a little bit closer. Oh God, what a time for the wheels to spin up. Getting a good exit out of that corner. Power is helping down the hill. We've hit the wall! No! No! This is my fault for going, I love the rivalry I had in another competition at Seattle. And now I've got a rivalry in Seattle and it's draining the life out of me. Okay. We are going to leave it there. Now I realise you might be disappointed in me. But trust me, no one can be as disappointed in me as I am. How is that still the situation? So, we will end on day 62 with 27,400 credits, so at least the bank is going up. We have one other car which we might sell. We'll see if there's any use specifically for this Mazda, because I'm affectionately wanting to keep the first car I bought, because that's the stupid thing about this game. I'm starting to, you know, like these pixels. That's my Mazda MX-5 and that's my Sprinter Truno, and as soon as we beat that other Truno, my God. Please, God, I hope that that will happen next time. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you've made it to this point, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I keep saying to myself, I want to keep these at around 1 hour 15 at the most. And this is probably maybe over an hour and a half, and I am very sorry about that, but I was kind of not expecting to get sucked into as much of a battle in the Turbo Cup. I was hoping that it would be a bit more straightforward. And I was hoping that I would be able to clear. I am second in Seattle. It's a good joke. It's a great joke even, but I'm going to need you to stop anyway. Thanks for watching. See you soon.